Hey students, welcome to Learn Digital. Today we are going to discuss the concept of operator overloading. And operator overloading is one of the important feature in object-oriented programming in C++, which is one of the object-oriented programming language. So what is basically the operator overloading is? So it is actually nothing but giving extra definition to the operator. So what are the operators we have? Plus, minus, multiplication, division, and plus minus minus means increment and decrement operator. So actually there are many other operators like that. So what we are going to do in operator overloading is class is already having a definition, means class can do something. What the class can do actually, class can actually add basic data types. What are the basic data types we have? Integer. Suppose this is the program, so we can do like this: equal to 2 equal to 5. So in this case we can do one thing: c is equal to a plus b. So we never hesitate to use this plus in any of the part of the program. So this is actually because this plus operator is having the definition inside the compiler, and the compiler actually knows, compiler is written like that, that plus when the programmer will write plus, in that case the definition which is there in the compiler will be executed, and the value of a and b will be added, and it will be stored inside the C, because the definition of this assignment operator is also there in the compiler. So in this case there is no problem. So why we are very much concerned about this operator, and what is actually operator overloading, and what is the advantage of using that? It is actually you can do this with the basic data types, but if you consider a situation where if you have a class A and you have the definition, okay, so in this case if you want to create objects like class A O1, O2, O3, and A is having integer A and integer B inside that. It's a composite data structure or user defined data structure. So in this case, if you want to write like that, O2 plus O1, this plus operator will face problem while adding these two objects. This is actually our problem, that if we want to use the addition operator on the objects on the user defined data type, which is actually a composite data structure, means this O1, O2 and O1 is actually having different having multiple built-in data types in it, and it forms a composite structure like that. This is O1, it is having a field for OA and B. So here like O2, same we have, and we have another, suppose O3. So suppose this is 2 and 5, this is 6 and 7. What we want to do actually, we want to add 2 and 6, and we want to put in the A section of O3, which will be 8, and 7 and 5 is 12 on the B part of O3. So O3 again, it's a composite structure. These are actually the objects of a class A. It's not a variable of any basic or built-in data type. It's a variable. This O1 and O2 and O3 are actually variable of a class, means variable of a user-defined data type. So in this case, the class operator cannot do the operation. So in this case, what we can do, we can give extra definition, extra power to this plus operator. We can enhance the power of this plus operator by a method called operator overloading. Means we can overload the definition, means we can give another definition to the operator plus, so that the plus operator can do this operation, and plus operator uh, is not facing any problem while adding two objects or applying this plus operator on this object. So this is called operator overloading. How to do that? That is the programming part, but this is the basic concept. What is the basic concept is in a pictorial form I'm showing that if this is a plus and if the definition is already there, means what to do with any basic data type. Suppose A plus B is a basic data type, so this plus operator can work on this, no problem, because the definition is how to add, and this thing is already there in the compiler, the definition, the library, compiler library, compiler. is capable of adding. This definition is already there. So what we are actually trying to do in operator overloading, we will add some extra definition in our program and we'll extend the definition of this plus operator. So plus operator will be having two definition. Here is two, number two, and this is one in the compiler. This part you no need to define. This part is already there in the compiler. What you have to do, the extra part means this part will actually deal with this part is actually will deal with the objects O1 plus O2. This we want to do, and this will be done by this definition. So this definition will be written as a part of your program, this as a part of your class, and in the class operator will be defined again, means it will be redefined. This is called overloading, operator overloading. We saw this concept in our function overloading when multiple versions of a function was there in a program. This is called function overloading. Based on the requirement, any version was called. In this case, operator overloading is saying that you are already having a class, the definition of class inside the compiler, but you need more definition so that it can work on the user-defined data type or means objects. So basically this is the fundamental. So while programming, we need to learn actually the syntax. We need to go through the syntax, what to write as a definition, or how to redefine. Means if we have a class, inside the class, these will be data members, and this will be member function, suppose, and as a part of the member function you will actually write class again, and there will be operator plus there will be a keyword operator. This is a keyword will be used. So this is a part of the syntax, but fundamental thing what I said is the operator overloading. So we are going to do some programming on operator overloading, and it's not much tough thing. When you understand thing from the basic, it will never be tough for anyone. So which is actually the purpose of making these lectures. And if you face any problem understanding any concept, you just write below in the comment section, and definitely your query will be answered. So now we will go to the programming section, uh, and we'll see how to actually do operator overloading in C++. So let us go to that part.